Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Lord Smith FX again, and today I'll be taking you through a recap of how the week went literally, right? So our last trade was on BTC, right? The trade we took before, let me say, the week ended. So it was running till this week, new week, right? So I'm just going to show you how it went, right? So this week, that was the only trade that was running literally, because I didn't take any trade either because the market wasn't clear in my side, right? So I was just sitting patiently waiting for the market to make itself available so I'll be able to take a trade. So this week I wasn't able to take a good trade in the market, but today being Friday, we had a setup on gold, right? Which I just took, and it's currently in profit, but in a little bit of profit. So we're going to show you how I was able to take that BTC trade and maybe this XAU trade that we just took, right? And guys, I just got myself a new book, right? The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And I think this book is really resonating with my trading journey currently, right? Yeah, so I've started reading this book literally, and I'll be sharing the lessons I've learned reading this book at the end of this video. And I guess you want to stick to the end of this video to also take some or also still some lessons, or yeah, some lessons out of this book that can also help you to embark on your trading journey, because I think this is going to help me in the long run, just like the no excuses that I bought already, the first book I bought, right? So guys, let's hop onto the chart. Let me show you how I was able to take those two trades, right? Stay updated. So guys, an update about our last week trade, right, which was still running on BTC. So let's head on to our Notion. Let me show you the trade recap. This was the before of what we were looking out for, right? This was what we were looking out for, right? Which price came back to targets in and give us exactly what we were looking in the market. So the BTC trade was a win, which we were able to scale about 2.88% in the market, right? So this was the trade on BTC, right? This was it. TPH, right? So we made about $144 on this trade. So, and again, this week I wasn't able to get a trade to enter because the market was just ranging in my side, because I trade BTC and XAU, right? That are the major pairs I trade basically. But I didn't had an entry on UJ and GJ this week, right? But let's head on to the chart. Let me show you what I was looking out on BTC from Monday, which price was just ranging from this side, right? This was our first trade we took and our second trade. So let me show you that one. I even sent it to my Telegram, right? So this was the Telegram this was the trade I sent, right? We're looking to sell at this zone, right? Because this was our first buy we took, and now we're looking to sell for price to come down to this our forward order block. So let's get to the chart. Let me show you that one. So you see how clean price came to that our zone. So that was on 4 hour. Let me give you that recap on how the 4 hour looks, right? This was it on 4 hour, right? Price just came back exactly where we marked as our point of interest, and price came back to tap there. Then it's dropping, although, but there's something that happened. I didn't take this trade because I had a trade on XAU2 that I was waiting for, so I just decided to take the trade on XAU, leaving the one on BTC, right? So let me get to XAU and show you that trade. So this is the trade that I was looking for XAU. Let me go to 1 hour time frame and show you this one. This was the trade I was looking to take from XAU. We had a break of structure to the downside here. This was my 1 hour point of interest. Then, because I had the same analysis at the same time with BTC, I decided to take only the XAU trade and leave the BTC trade, right? So it turns out that BTC was able to get into profit and XAU is still struggling at the entry, right? You see that? So basically, this is what the XAU trade is doing now, right? Price gave us a profit about $20 and reverse back to our entry. So I'm just watching it from this side. If price will drop, then we'll see. If price will continue to buy, then we are ready to take the loss that we've already calculated before we took the trade, right? So guys, I'll update you on this one. If probably next week, then we'll see how our account will keep on going. But currently we are running in a profit. Let me say we are floating for about $144, which is 2.8% of our account, right? So guys, stay updated. I will update you about this XAU trade next week, right? But this is what I'm looking at for next week, right? This was the break of structure we had to the upside. Now this is my 1 hour point of interest, which has liquidity. Again, my 1 hour point of interest below it, which also has liquidity. Now this was the major low that causes break of structure to the upside. Price failed to mitigate it and broke structure to the upside again. Now I'm waiting for price to come to this zone. Then if I get any reactions, I take lower time frame, change of character and confirmation, I take. And also if price fails this first zone and comes to this zone, then I'll look for lower time frame confirmation. Then I also take, then I'll be targeting this external high. But guys, remember, I'm not going to take a risk entry on these zones. I'm going to wait for change of character, more confirmations, and get a precise entry to be able to enter based on my account size, right? So guys, stay updated. I will keep you updated about how this this XAU trade is going. I'm not really all right, let's see what happens. Stay updated. So guys, that is just all for the week, right? So but if I see any reason to close that XAU trade, I will do, because what I'm seeing in the higher time frame is not really well. So it's not fierce, right? But sometimes knowing when to step out of the market is very important as a trader. So if I see any reason to cut off the trade, I will do, right? So guys, about the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, written by Manson, right? So it really helps you to cut out noise and focus on what truly matters, right? It's about owning your truth, standing firm, even when the crowd it's all moving to the other side, right? And in trading too, that mindset is really a goal, right? So you don't chase every move, you wait for your edge, also wait for your confirmation, even if everyone else is jumping in the market. And I think this really helped me in this week, right, after reading this book, because I was sitting in my hands. Monday I didn't have a setup, Tuesday I didn't have a setup, Wednesday I didn't have a setup, Thursday no setup, and Friday the market presented itself. But it was out of my own insecurity that made me not to take those trades, right? So this book is really going to help me a long run, right? So I'll keep you guys updated about my journey, right? And I'll also keep you updated about the trade that we just took, right? So guys, if you do like this kind of content, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and hit the notification bell to stay updated. I'll be dropping my trading journey and my lesson that I've learned throughout learning this craft, right?